So we're here today with Simcha Shor, the founder and CEO of AgroScout, an exciting Israeli agrotech company which is definitely doing innovation for good, helping agriculturalists, farmers around the world with disease and pest diagnosis, I guess, and control. Let's talk about that. What is AgroScout?
AgroScout is a software company bringing the finest agronomy plant doctors to every farmer and every acre on the globe. Farmers today have to deal with tremendous thresholds of challenges of water, of land, of chemicals, to grow more and more food. We have more people, less farmers, less land. They need to do more. So our part is the intelligence part of what is happening in the field. The farmer needs to know a lot of information, especially on issues of disease and pests, like you mentioned, irrigation problems, fertilizer problems. If he can maximize bringing the finest treatment to that plant, he will yield more and better crop. That's the story of precision agriculture, and we're part of that story.
Amazing. So I'm a potato farmer. If I don't have diagnostic equipment like this, I'm actually walking on foot to look under the leaves of my plants to find out if there's blight or some kind of other disease.
You are. There's about 500 million farmers around the world. Most of them do that for themselves, and it's a tremendous challenge for them to walk the fields and to see the problems. They don't know what the problem is. They'll know it's a problem, and they'll just put out cocktails of chemicals to try to treat that. And now these commercial off-the-shelf technologies are enabling us to collect endless data that is needed to understand what's happening in the field.
Okay, so if I understand correctly, what you're offering is an app, right? So I need a smartphone.
Yes.
What else do I need?
So if you're one of most of the 500 million farmers, all you need is a smartphone. And you'll walk around in the field, you'll take pictures, and either our algorithm or our agronomist team will answer you what that problem is. If you're a bit bigger than that very small farm and you have already 100, 200 acres, it's not something you're gonna walk. Then you'll get one of these small drones that you can buy at the toy stores around your house. We turn it into an autonomous data collection platform through our app. Most of the things that are being done in drones around the world is imagery, is taking films, or taking images, and we're utilizing that to take very high resolution images of the plants. Because the wind from the drone is causing tremendous wind, and we're flying very low, just a bit above the canopy, the wind is turning over the leaves. So we get to see a very unique perspective of the plant. We get to see the pests that don't like living on the leaves because of the sun. They're under the leaves, or the stem itself. When you look at that plant, you'll see everything moving. But in the image, you'll see very fine and precise images.
Absolutely amazing. So, obviously making life easier for farmers is great. You're saving time for farmers.
Yes.
In what other way is this creating more sustainability for the industry, for the globe?
So today we use more and more chemicals like never before. Since World War II, we use more and more chemicals in our fields at a time that we actually want to use less chemicals. We want to have less chemicals in our food. And the way that we help the farmers to do that is if we know what's happening in the field, they don't have to put out a whole cocktail of chemicals that might be a problem in the field. They only put out what needs to go out in the field.
What's the market size? What chunk of the market are you hoping to capture?
So the market for us is 500 million farmers of the world. So I'd say we want to get a chunk of that and have millions of users on the mobile app, millions of users using drones themselves as well, depending on the size of the farmer. Today already we're working with farmers around the world, in North America, the potato belt in North Washington, Idaho, Latin America, South Africa. We work in all the field crops.
Amazing. So right now we're speaking with thousands of business people around the world. Many of them are in the agrotech field or agriculture field, and they'd be interested to know, what do you need? What does AgroScout need to go to the next level? Is it distribution partners, marketing partners, investors? Where are you in
so we're seeking true partners in the agro business to scale with them. Companies and industries that are already working with the farmers of the world. I'm not going to be able to reach out myself to each one of these 500 million farmers, but many of those agro businesses, like the chemical companies, like the seed companies, like equipment companies, are already working with them. So those are consulting them. So those are the businesses that we're seeking to work with to bring our service to as many farms and as many farmers in the world as we can.
Fantastic, fantastic. So what an amazing story. I love hearing stories of people that took knowledge from another industry like the defense industry and are now using it to advance agriculture around the world and make our environment and environmental practices more sustainable. If you are in agrotech, if you're in the agricultural market, make sure you get in contact with AgroScout. If you're a farmer, download the app. This is an amazing technology, and it's definitely advancing tikkun olam, fixing the world, making the world a better place. Beautiful example of Israeli innovation for good. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me.